The Trump administration's aborted move highlights the wide gap separating American perceptions from Southeast Asian realities. Reuters reported that Indonesia has rejected a proposal by the United States to allow its P-8 Poseidon maritime surveillance aircraft to land and refuel in the archipelagic nation. The report, based on information from 4 senior Indonesian officials, claims that U.S. officials made multiple high-level approaches in July and August to Indonesia's defense and foreign ministers before President Jokowi Widodo unsurprisingly torpedoed the American request. The U.S. Air Force's Boeing P-8 Poseidon plays a central role in monitoring on China's military activity in Southeast Asia, particularly in the disputed South China Sea. P-8s have been based in Singapore since 2015, and have also been deployed from airfields in the Philippines and Japan. The revelation comes as Indonesian Defense Minister Prabowo Subianto winds up a 5-day visit to the U.S. at the invitation of Defense Secretary Mark Esper. As the Trump administration seeks to push Southeast Asian countries to counter China's rising influence in the region. As the Reuters article pointed out, that the U.S. would make such a request to Indonesia is puzzling, given the country's long-standing neutralist stance and abiding touchiness about superpower alignments. Indeed, the request seems to evince a tendency in American foreign policy making toward the region, an assumption that Southeast Asian nations share Washington's view of China as an unequivocally hostile and predatory power, and will therefore sign up to a containment policy premised on these perceptions. It is true that Indonesia has seen frictions with Chinese Coast Guard vessels in parts of the South China Sea where Beijing's expansive 9-line claim overlaps with Indonesia's exclusive economic zone. It is also true that Indonesia sees the U.S. as an important stabilizing force at the fulcrum of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, as well as a source of military hardware. But the country also has growing economic and investment links with China that militate against it taking a strong anti-China stance. Since taking office in 2014, Jokowi has leaned heavily on China for infrastructure funding that can help realize his ambitious domestic economic agenda. The year before his election, China replaced Japan as Indonesia's top trading partner and currently accounts for 24% of the country's total trade.